In the ancient times, long before human walked the earth, the realms of the gods and the demons were in constant turmoil. One such demon, Mohasura, was born from the shadow of delusion. Mohasura personified confusion and ignorance, casting a veil of darkness over the hearts and the minds of beings wherever he went. Under his influence, the gods and the mortals alike struggled, unable to see the truth, lost in illusion of fear, desire, and doubt. Mohasura's power grew unchecked as more and more fell victim to his spell, forgetting their purpose, their wisdom, their connection to the divine Supreme Lord Ganesha. With confusion reigning across the realms, even the heavens trembled in despair. It was in this dear time that the gods turned to Ganesha, the Supreme Lord, the remover of obstacles, for help. But Ganesha did not come in his usual form. For this battle, he took the form of Mahodara, the form of wisdom and intelligence. In this aspect, Ganesha was calm and composed, his large belly signifying his immense capacity to digest both the good and the bad experience of life. It was the wisdom, the understanding that both joy and sorrow, success and failure, light and darkness are all part of life, that made Mahodara a powerful force against the demon Mohasura. Armed with the axe of knowledge, the robe of discernment, Lord Mahodara, journeyed to the heart of the demon Mohasura's dark kingdom, where delusion reigned supreme. The air was thick of confusion, and the whisper of doubt echoed in every corner. Mohasura stood tall, a looming figure of chaos, his very presence clouding the minds of all who looked upon him. As the Supreme Lord Mahodara approached, the demon Mohasura laughed, mocking the god's choice to send a form that appeared so peaceful and unthreatening. As Mohasura sneered, "You think wisdom can defeat me? I control the very thoughts of all beings. They say only what I show them, hear only what I whisper. You are not match for a confusion I sow." The Supreme Lord Mahodara, however, remained sincere. Unshaken by the demon's taunts, he raised his axe of knowledge and began to chant some sacred mantras, words of the truth that pierced through the fog of confusion. Each was like a ray of light, cutting through the darkness that surrounded the demon Mohasura. Realizing that the Supreme Lord Mohadara's wisdom was beginning to unravel his spell, the demon Mohasura attacked with all his might. He conjured illusion, creating false realities where nothing was what it seemed. Mountains turned to mist, rivers flowed backward, and the time itself seemed to wrap and twist. But Mohadara's large belly, symbolic of his ability to digest all experience, allow him to remain unaffected. He saw through the illusion and continues his advancement, his every step grounded into the truth. As the Lord Mohadara approached the demon Mohasura, he cast the rope of discernment around the demon, binding him with the axe of knowledge. The Supreme Lord Mahodara served the last thread of delusion that held the demon Mohasura's power together. Without the well of confusion to protect him, Mohasura was exposed to the truth of the first time. For the first time, he was exposed to the truth. Mohasura's power began to wither as the light of wisdom shone upon him, and soon he was reduced to nothing more than a shadow, disappearing into the air. With the demon Mohasura defeated, the fog of delusion lifted from the realms. The gods and the mortals alike began to see them clearly once again. They remembered their purpose, their connection to the Supreme Divine Sri Ganesha, and the wisdom that had always been within them. The Supreme Lord Mahodara's victory was not just like the defeat of a demon, but the triumph of wisdom over ignorance, clarity over confusion. His large belly, the symbol of his infinite capacity to digest all of life experiences, reminded the world that it is through embracing both good and the bad, the joys and the challenges, the truth that is attained. And so, Lord Mahodara became revered as the aspect of Ganesha, the form that remover of obstacles, celebrated for his role in dispelling the greatest obstacles of all ignorance. His story was passed down through generations, a timeless reminder that the light of wisdom will always overcome the darkness of delusion. Shri Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryesu Sarvata. Join us every week as we dive deep into captivating conversations, exploring new scriptures. If you like my analysis, please subscribe my channel Inside Jay's Mind, where ideas ignite. I will be back with the next video. Meanwhile, Radhe Radhe.